George Sand said, "There is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved," meaning happiness actually has always had its own problems, complications, and requirements that are not always understood, recognized, or acknowledged by everyone because people basically believe that if they act with frustration, ignorance, and desperation, then happiness will somehow become possible, or they will be able to achieve happiness through their self-centric actions, self-centered ends, and obviously hedonistic, selfish behavior, character, and perception. But that is not how the mechanism of happiness works. In order for happiness to become possible and come into reality and translate into obviously lives of the individual man, they first had to prioritize and emphasize their own individual selves and make themselves their own priority. They have to focus on the development and achievement of integrity, morality, and character alongside. They have to grow honesty, compassion, loyalty, kindness, and understanding towards everyone, not just for the self. So after achieving these qualities in virtues, they will be able to apply that into their character and actions that will translate into qualitative actions that will be able to actually provide them with happiness, or they will derive happiness from their own virtuous actions and moral behavior. So people have to be willing to commit themselves to virtue and morality, and happiness then will become possible almost instantaneously and spontaneously without much work, effort, or complexities. So happiness has its own position and obviously significance in life and for all men in the world, because without happiness life breaks apart and we also fall apart in one way or another. Happiness is the only sanction of life, and where it fails, life only becomes and remains a lamentable experiment, obviously full of or filled with suffering, sorrow, and sadness, and also despair, frustration, and jealousy that we cannot possibly avoid or break apart because of the absence of happiness. So we have to do anything and everything to make possible happiness or to bring it into our lives from external sources. But for that to happen, we first have to prioritize and emphasize our own selves and try to acquire, achieve, or grow qualities and virtues that are meaningful, significant, and worthy, and that can also equally in turn provide us with meaning and make us happy, prosperous, and progressive, peaceful in one way or another. So that's how happiness works.